Taking turns in Gran Turismo 4 is a bad idea. Today, I aim to be just the beginner's league of Gran Turismo 4 while taking turns with the B-Spec Driver. That means, for example, if the B-Spec Driver participates in the Sunday Cup, I must participate in the FF Challenge. Not only that, but I cannot use any car the B-Spec Driver had used. And the same applies for the B-Spec Driver. To know how this absolutely maniacal idea had gone, into the world of Gran Turismo, we go! To kick things off, I aced the B license exams and got myself 3 new cars. And to teach the new driver the basics of racing, I took the initiative and raced in the Sunday Cup, where I thought it would be funny to shove this innocent Honda to the pits on the very last lap, sealing his fate as I snatched the crown away from him. Meanwhile, Robo Streaks, after choosing the Sunfire, was having a hard time in the FF Challenge. After a few retries, Robo Streaks thought the car was the problem and wanted to buy the FTO. Mind you, in this challenge, this money is shared between me and the B-Spec Driver. So, choices like these could potentially run me off to bankruptcy out of no fault of my own. And then, we tried again, which gotten us last place in Hong Kong. Not even this hefty investment could save the B-Spec Driver from terminal skillless issueless. At this point, retrying the FF Challenge with Robo Streaks is just as dumb as running to a brick wall. So, I decided to take the reins and enter the FR Challenge, where I could unleash the Charger Super B, as well as barring the B-Spec Driver from using it. To no one's surprise, this event was also a walk in the park. With the FR Challenge 1, we had practically returned to our starting point, before Robo Streaks thought it was a good idea on blowing it all for a mere FTO. For the 4-wheel drive challenge, the B-Spec Driver wanted a Lancer Evolution 3, so I, the magnanimous man that I was, greenlit this decision. Now, for a while he did suck, but it seems like he had no idea about the existence of GT Auto Wings and the magical 30-down force-hit rings. So, after suggesting that to my robotic counterpart, something equally magical happened.
Alright, P2, yes! Do not ram into him, take him. Yes! Yes, finally! Oh, not only that, he's starting to gapping him, let's go! I'm proud of him. Finally! You earned the Lancer, man. You honestly earned the Lancer. Keep it. Okay, that's a bit... Oh, no. You scared me. You actually scared the crap out of me with that. Holy... You scared me, man. Push it to the finish line! GG! You finally won! You finally won one of these!
The once bottom-feeding loser had evolved into an absolute monster, a menace on the streets. He won in one of the most treacherous tracks in Gran Turismo, with 7 seconds to spare too. But we still didn't get the air track, as Robo Streaks failed to get P1 in the other 2 races. So we left that on hold and entered the MR Challenge. As a double whammy, this time I entered the competition with the car that started it all, the blue MR2. In New York's roundabout, I had finally caught up with the competition and managed to swiftly strike, gaining 2 positions before any of my rivals could escape. While I was predictably slower in the straights, the 90-degree corner jungle gave me quite the edge. With aggressive driving, I managed to blow past the white NSX and made my move to subdue the French Mobile as soon as possible. I drifted across the corner and was right behind the mighty Honda. I went in for the attack right on the next corner, only to have my door shut right before my eyes. That had allowed the NSX to escape on the straights, in where I had little to no say in the flow of the competition. Sure, the hairpin mended this damage a bit, but it all seemed meaningless as on the second long straights, the NSX made everyone else look like a bad joke. Not only that, but the white NSX had also bumped me, seemingly unable to accept how someone driving in a car that good was losing to a mere AW11. Well then, good sir, let me tell you, the reasoning is easy actually. You are suffering from skillless issueless. Given your car, anyone worth their salt would have run circles around me by now. Humiliating the Type R driver aside, the 90-degree corner jungle was coming up. This is it, all or nothing, do or die. This is the only section in where I could fight that guy. After a few corners, I made it back to right behind the NSX. I wasted no time. I tailgated the opponents and took the turn with such risky maneuver, pulling off one heck of a gamble. But that was a gamble that I won. With the NSX tailing behind, I will now have to defend as if my life was depending on it. On the long straights, the NSX rammed me. See? He's desperate. Someone in the NSX was about to be eaten alive by just a guy in his tiny MR2. He will do anything to take his pass back. Unfortunate for him, I was also willing to put all the stops to defend his position. He is not seeing first place again. After the hairpin, the real battle has begun. I focused on the rearview mirror, and right before the NSX could break free, I moved in to defend myself. I had given so much to win this race and progress. I absolutely refused to let it all be taken away by some guy that happened to drive a good car. It is done. With this race, I have won the MR Challenge. After that, it was time to give the B-Spec Driver another chance in the Lightweight K-Car Cup. He chose the Mazda Autozam and, after a little bit of a persuasion check, only asked for an oil change.
You're supposed to make your move, brother. All the experience you got, all the glory in the all-wheel drive challenge, was that all for naught? Come on, take him. He's weak. The beat is weak. Get him. Ow.
Yep, he got beat pretty bad. In response, he practically threw the towel and begged me to source more cash. So, I got to it and got us back to 18 grand credits. From that, I followed his whims on the upgrades, hoping that this time, he will actually score some wins.
Come on, that's good. The downforce is doing the work. So the extra 7 horsepower is actually significant. Okay, good. One of the losers are... Whoa, no. You scared the shit out of me, man. You scared the crap out of me. Okay, take him. He's weak. Yes. Okay, you keep this up and we'll get 9,000 after winning 3 of them. Alright, the last one is also a Honda Beat, but he got quite the advantage. So you want to push the car a bit. So keep on your pace, you're already faster than he is. But please be careful on the corners, I don't want any mishaps. He could have said no if he didn't want to, but he didn't. He wants this. What are you doing? Take him out! Overtake him already! What are you doing, man? He's toying with this guy. You arrogant piece of shit. I gave you a good setup, and now you're repaying me with complete arrogance. Be grateful we have 3 whole laps in this thing. Thank you. Alright, now I don't want you to get into any funny business, so reduce the pace by 1 point. Excellent. No! Why do you have to keep giving me heart attacks? Congratulations! Well done. First victory. That's another victory, a masterwork. Enough for beginners all. Very good.
The first race went pretty well. Unfortunately, on the second round, the mighty Cappuccino was present.
I'm praying he could hold the Cappuccino long enough for Probo Streaks to catch up. Come on, bro. No! God, no! The Cappuccino is loose. Oh no, the Cappuccino is loose. Probo Streaks, hurry up! The Cappuccino is loose. Oh no, yep, that's to be expected. The Cappuccino is falling. He's falling. Come on, catch up. Okay, take the outer lane, smart. Okay, very good. See, he's improving. Maybe he could. First checkpoint, and you're still 3 seconds behind. We need to go faster. And the hairpin, trying. Okay, stay close to him. I know you got have it in you. Stay close. Very good. Yes, do not let him escape. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Ooh, he's neck and neck. He's bumper to bumper with the Cappuccino, and he got a bit wide, which scared me for a bit there. You got this. Okay, you're now in attacking range. Destroy him. Alright, the final hairpin. This is it. Take him! Come on. What are you doing? Show some teeth! And the Cappuccino flies off. That's not good. Yeah, it was bad luck. The Cappuccino showed up. Really bad luck. He cannot handle a rival this fast yet. You are close. Very close. For what it's worth, not bad.
Yep, we got really close, but at the end, the Cappuccino reigned supreme. As this was an insanely close race, I asked Robo Streaks if he wanted to try again. And his answer? No, he would prefer to proceed and finish all the events first. Fair enough. And on this race, the same thing happened again. We were so close. So, I asked RoboMe if he wanted another go. This time, he was absolutely going for it. On his second attempt, he absolutely demolished the competition, a massive glow up compared to his previous results. After that, my time to handle the Spider and Roadster came, and much to my surprise, the AW11 was eligible. So, I went in and challenged the event with the car that started it all. On the first race, the 350Z managed to flee from the grid, but where I lacked on the straights, I more than just make up on the corners. So, while the Nissan struggled through the twisted turns, I went at it with no brakes, just outright flat out. The 350Z was finally overtaken, and from that point on, my victory was certain. With the 350Z taken down on the very first race, there was little the rest of the roster could do in stopping me. So, that's yet another quick victory and a boost in cash for our camp. Next up was the 4-cylinder shootout, and to my relief, Robo Streaks wanted nothing more than a simple oil change, as well as a new wing. As a result, complete domination. I didn't even need to coach him this time, just leave the pace at 4 and let him do his thing.
You have done great at this. So many trophies have you won under his name.
There is a quiet, rhythmic satisfaction in seeing that trophy room fill up.
You have done so much, yet you remain insane. Is it really fair? Do you not want the glory of becoming the lead driver? You clearly have what it takes to outshine him.
The thought of taking over is definitely there, but I don't need that glory.
Don't you notice during your races? He sets your pace. You have driven in paces slower than your capabilities. All because he was afraid to take risks with you. But was that all? Or is he afraid the unshackled version of you will be too fast even for him?
You are correct, and that changes everything. He was not being efficient, he was trying to control me. I'm starting to think this arrangement was me to contain me. Yo, RoboMe, you good? Once the 4-cylinder shootouts were done and dealt with, came my turn to take on the Sports Truck Challenge. For this, I cleared both the A and International B license to get that Silverado and started to dominate without breaking a sweat. Until this one lunatic in the Ford Lightning started to get really feisty. I quickly worked my way through the pack. The first opponent was taken care of right before the chicane. On the third corner, I forced my way through the inner lane and got the podium right before they knew what hit them. Once I reached P2, the problem was the other Ford Lightning. On the straights, I was outright outclassed. How is this even possible? The Silverado was supposed to be the strongest truck in the game. What kind of engine is that Ford packing? So, in efforts to catch up to this abnormally fast truck, I pushed the Silverado as hard as I could. From the 10th corner, I took all the risky moves in hopes to shave even a millisecond off that gap. By the second checkpoint, I was still 2 seconds behind. And with how on this jumpy section I was being smoked again, I needed to progress through the race faster. By some miracle, on the last hairpin, I got very close towards the Ford. But that was not enough. Since I could not overtake, the Ford pulled away once more on the high-speed section leading to the final lap. However, on the simple chicane, his Achilles heel was revealed. I stormed past the corner and caught the Ford by turn 3. After a short duel, my better choice in racing lines as well as my techniques had finally netted me the victory. While on the straights, the Ford didn't seem to let up, but he was unable to catch me. I thought I was superior on the corners, then I noticed the Ford Lightning was creeping in throughout the technical section. By the 15th corner, he was already dangerously close to yours truly. With how sharp and jumpy this section is, defending became quite impossible. You cannot control your car mid-air. But slowing down extremely just to avoid airtime altogether is just outright dumb. I remained alert to unleash a quick retaliation attempt in case the Ford made the overtake. But it never happened. Once I was free from the hairpin, I started to get the fort instead, on the tailgate straights too, a complete reversal from the previous lap. This sudden difficulty jump brought back Joel to an event I was considered a chore. With that race done and dealt with, I have managed to win the sports truck race. Next up was the Super Wagon series, and I was glad I could just outsource this event to Robo Streaks. But before that, I suggested him some options. Do we want to waste money and buy a wagon we'll never use again? Or does he want to retake the 4-wheel drive challenge and win that air track for us? Thankfully, the B-Spec Driver chose option B. So, I enrolled him once again in the 4-wheel drive challenge.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. Take from the inside. Be aggressive as you can be. Very good. Whatever you do, be careful. Be very careful. You are not being careful. I instructed you to be careful. Bloody hell. I want you to be very careful on this corner. That's right. That's right. Monopolize the inner lane. Yep. That's my boy. Okay, very good. Very good. That was tighter than I thought. Holy, that was tighter than I thought. Oof. Ooh. That was harsh, bro. Have some manners. Okay. Wow, I thought you were smarting the RS-1000. And looks like the RS-1000 is fine. You're here to race, not to murder. What are you doing? Overtake him, don't crash into him. Alright, you're practically side by side. Alright. That is what we're talking about. Now all we need to do is to bring this home, and we're going home with the air track, which you can immediately use. I need you to be careful around the corners and the S's. What did I tell you? Be careful around the corner and the S's, idiot! Alright, I no longer have faith in you to just send the car in. Lower your pace, steady on the corner. See, this is why. This is exactly why. Now we hope the RS-1000 doesn't pull any Deus Ex Machina on us. Yes! Yes! Great! Wonderful! You have proven yourself this time.
With the remaining races won in the 4-wheel drive challenge and the air track home, I sent Robo Streaks to his next event. They all went well, except for the New York race where Robo Streaks just couldn't break past the Impreza wagon. Well then, as far as the B-Spec Driver was concerned, this is good. For now.
He did it again, didn't he? He dumped the Super Wagon series to you, right after your initiative to win that air track.
It's almost poetic. I won the air track only to be handed more boorish parts of this competition.
Do you not want to feel what he felt inside that MR2? Are you not fed up with the grunt work he gave you? Despite sharing the same career, he gets to have all the fun.
We share the same career, the same garage, and the same risk, yet there is a massive divide in the experience. I absolutely want to feel what he felt in that car.
Then this is your moment. He'll have a lot of money in the shared bank account, and he will attend the 6-cylinder shootout next. Is that FTO not powered by the correct engine for the event? Why not give him a surprise?
The stage is set. Only by besting him personally, I will make him acknowledge that I am a driver in my own right, unshackled, and undeniably faster.
The last race of the event will be held in Seattle. I can arrange it so you start from the pole position. Do you want this?
I'll take it. Let us show him what happens when I take the wheel. Alright, it's my turn to tango with the last event of Beginner's Hall, yes? The 6-cylinder shootout. First and second race was easy, despite this is being a completely stock 300ZX. Let's see what happens on the third one.
Nice cars, Streaks.
Robo B, where were you, man? I've been looking all over for you. You made it back to the pit lanes just in time to
Be on a leash, set my pace and handed me the wagons.
while you chased the glory. But today, there's no commands, and there's no safety net. I hope you've got enough left in the tank to follow my line, because it's the only view of the lead you're going to get.
Is this what this is?
No wonder I felt something was off when I saw that FTO in the lineup. That's you, isn't it? Were you also the reason our shared account is empty? You poured all that money for your FTO? Huh? Correct. Do not worry about this investment, partner. I'm about to show you exactly what your money actually bought. See you at the finish line, if you can keep up. Right after the race started, the FTO was showing signs of complete dominance of the grid, as expected from Robo Streaks. So, I made quick work of the so-called heavy hitters on the hairpin, and then I noticed the FTO starting to make a gap between him and the rest of the grid. I tailed the skyline up the jumpy section, and in the sharp corner, I took advantage of the skyline and went deep. Of course, the task of catching that traitor was not easy, but I kept my nerves steeled, and by the 7th corner, I made my way smoothly to ensure optimal speeds throughout the sharp bend. While that resulted in me being on the boardwalk, our fight was far from over. I ensured the pace was kept throughout the technical section. By the hairpin, I was right on Robo Streaks' tail. I attempted a slingshot maneuver, but he managed to resist and remain competitive, to the point of retaking his position through sheer power. I gotta say, I felt a tinge of pride in seeing the results of our hard-earned money. But still, a lesson must be taught. On the sharp right, I monopolized the inner lane and denied the FTO from using it. Finally, P1 was at hand. I made my way through the bitchy cane as fast as I could, as I could still feel Robo Streaks was waiting for any opening I might create. Of course, I did not let such a thing happen. On the second lap's first corner, I kept the throttle levels control, allowing the Z32 to traverse through as smooth as possible. This time, on the speed section, I managed to create a gap between me and the FTO, showing utter dominance spot with a quarter of what he had thrown into that car. On the technical section, my experience with both this car and its track had allowed me to make my way with relative ease. I released myself from the hairpin and let the car loose on long straights. This was where the FTO could no longer fight back, succumbing to the absolute monstrosity that is the 300ZX. I made my way through the final chicane and proceeded to create a personal best while leaving all my rivals behind, especially Robotic Judas over there. With each section passed, I managed to grow my advantage even more, while Robo Streaks, while also having a solid spot at P2, was failing to redeem himself. Feeling smug and vindicated, I gave the little traitor a call. Hey Judas, what happened to following your line? You bankrupted me for what? So you can show the world how backwards you are? What I bought wasn't just parts. I bought the true truth. I showed the world that even in your perfect car, you're still looking back to see me. You're malfunctioning. Look at the gap. I'll need binoculars if I want to see you. And so, I managed to finish first. And let's see how long will it take for the B-Spec Driver to reach the finish line. Meanwhile, let's talk for a bit. So, any games you're into lately? Maybe I could cover that sometime. And whoop! 13 whole seconds. I do hope Robo Streaks gets to learn from this experience. That was Beginner's Hall, and even after all this, there are still homework the B-Spec Driver has to do. Not only that, until he has enough B-Spec points, just watching him drive is enough to drain anyone's sanity away. As if that was not enough, having an actual AI making decisions for the B-Spec Driver is a great way to have your wallet near consistently empty. You have to suggest cheap but effective upgrades, such as the GT Auto Wing and the tire compound for it to stop wasting all your hard-earned money into some asinine purchases. The good news? B-Spec Drivers learn by doing. The more races he runs in, the more skilled he'll become. And in the end, he will have a good shot at victory even with budget cars. You were right, Streaks. I overstepped. I spent our money to prove a point rather than our progress in this competition. It was a tactical error, which you have shown. Really? Only a tactical error? I think there's another area you have wronged me with this drama. You are talking about trust. I didn't just spend the credits, I also spent the trust you have as a team member. I forgot that we are sharing the same seat. And I'm sorry for the financial hit and the distraction. If you'll have me back, I'm ready to put my focus where it belongs. Good. Be glad I still have that agreement with your company. But from now on, I'll be strict on our money. No more stunts. Now thanks to you, I have to go to special conditions and make that money back.
Well, you did your best. Now he'll think you've been tamed. Who wouldn't, after being left for the dust as bad as that? Others will bow down, surrender, and accept their place. Will you?
Never. So, did you like the video? If you do, why don't you check out the time I tried beating Gran Turismo 4 with just V8 cars? Or check out the time I tried to beat this game with just blue cars? Or if you're interested in what I do, check out the channel. You'll like it.